Gonna try things from a different angle today to see how that works out. And what we're going to focus on is that offshore game. Through the kind of the same routine. I'll be throwing this fluke today. I told you guys I was wanting to work on this fluke routine. Be throwing that on a loose reel. Have 10-pound high vis yellow braid. Go ahead and get my electronics set up and see what we have going on out here. All right, I already see some customers out there, so I want to go ahead and slow my roll. But yeah, so I'll be throwing that on this Ducket Micro Magic 7-foot medium. Let's go ahead and get things cracking, guys. I see some fish out here. A buddy of mine is out here on the lake, so I'll give him a call in just a second. See if maybe I can catch something first. Let's see, where are those fish at? There they go. All right, so here we go, guys. We're targeting these fish out here at about 60, 70 feet, out to 90 feet away. So we're going to get a good cast out there. I have a feeling with the way the water looks right now that these fish are going to come up and be very active. Just going to ease in a little bit closer to them. All right, that's right where I need to be. All right, they came up at it but did not take it. Oh my goodness. Those are some nice looking fish too, guys. All right, as you come into the chat, drop a 1 in the chat. I just want to make sure you guys can hear me okay and see me okay as we get things rolling. All right, here they come, guys. They're looking but not taking. All right, let me show you what I'm looking at on the screen right here. Those are all fish right there, guys. Let me just throw something else out here real quick on them. See if I can get them to commit to something different. And just like that, they are gone. I'm looking at the screen. I don't even see them out here anymore, guys. All right, there they go. Yeah, so they're out here moving around on me. All right, so yeah, okay, there we go. See Eugene Moore. What's going on, Eugene? Glad you are tuning in today. We're gonna get out here see if we can catch a few fish. All right, all right. Let's see what we have going on today. We're gonna be out here scouting around, looking to see what we can find. See if we can have a little fun with it today. All right, so there we go. I see some more fish out here. So we're gonna be out here throwing a few different things. So right now I have this Lew's speed spool. That's a casting rod right here, and this is going to be thrown on a swim bait. So I see these fish out here roaming around. They're about 60 to 80 feet out. Let's go ahead and, oh my goodness, I knew that was going to happen, guys. You got to hate a backlash whenever you don't. So I changed the bait that I had on here. So the weight of it is a little different. I don't have my braking system set up correctly. And things cast like that can cost you some fish because those fish will come and start taking a look at what just splashed in the water. So what I'm going to do, let me just scan around real quick. So I'm just scanning left and right. So look at these fish down here in 45 feet of water. And there they go, jumping way out there. They're hitting on top. So let's go ahead and change up a little bit. All right, so we have TTV checking in, said, what kind of fish? We are out here scouting around for spotted bass, guys, and they're out here roaming around. So we're going to be roaming around with them, just seeing what we can find. I saw some just a minute ago, and those I was throwing the fluke out there, but they didn't come up and hit that fluke. All right, let's see what's going on. Daniel says, "Glad to see you on the water again." Oh yeah, we're out here trying to make some things happen. Make sure you guys hit the like button on your way on the way in. It definitely does help out the channel. All right, so here's a school of fish coming into play right here. I have my persistence mode on so you can see that trail that those fish are leaving behind. Now let's see if I can get this cast where it needs to be. And if I can, then we may have something connect. All right, here they come, guys. Let's see. And it is another no-go. And I believe it's a no-go because now I see the bait was not moving correctly. And oh my goodness. Yeah, my line was tangled up. Let me get this untangled real quick. Now that was terrible. That was bad. Though that would have been a real nice hookup right there if I could have got that out there in time. All right, so I'm going to back off of these fish now because they're definitely out there, definitely active and moving around. All right, let's try that one more time. All right, got a good cast out there. Still another no-go. And that is because for some reason this thing keeps getting tangled up. Let me go ahead and change this out and throw something else out there. Don't have time to keep messing up like that, missing fish. Let's get this fluke back in action. So I was able to get a nice hook up on the fluke yesterday for you guys that were watching. And that is kind of what I wanted to work on this week. Oh my goodness. Was getting my fluke bite um going on. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, so I may have messed those up already. I see them already kind of moving around, not positioned like I need them to be. But we'll keep looking. We'll keep looking and trying. All right, so that was a good cast on that fluke. All right, I see some followers on that fluke. Nothing but followers so far. So what we're gonna do today, I have a different camera set up for you guys. So I'm trying this chest mount this time. So we'll see how you guys like this view. If you like it a little better. So for the guys that have been watching for a minute and you've seen the other setups, the way that I have things done, which view are you guys liking better? Do you like it when it's set up like this so you can kind of see the water a little bit better, or when I show the full view of everything? All right, let's try her again. Let's try her again. All right, got him, guys. Mm. All right, there we go. Got a nice hookup. Nice hookup on that one, guys. Did you see it? Do you see the parabolic bend? I kind of call that the bendation. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Gotta get the net. All right. I knew these were some monsters over here. Let's see if I can get him to the net. Ah, Oh my goodness. Oh, oh my goodness, guys. Do you see that right there? Now that is what you call a beast of largemouth. I'm out here catching largies, guys. All right, let's go ahead and get this one on the scale. All right, so in the chat, you guys know the routine. If you have not hit the like button, I need you to go ahead and do that right now. That is what I really need you to do. We are sitting at 7 likes. Let's get up to about 20 likes off of this one fish, guys. If you have not hit the like button, make sure you hit it right now. And what we do on this channel is we have the guess the weight competition. So I can tell you right now, let me just hold this scale up. Let me hold the scale up next to this fish. So you see this is a 15-inch scale. Look at that. That fish goes well past that. And check that tongue right there, smooth tongue. This is a largemouth. So while you guys are dropping your guesses in the chat, how much do you think this fish weighs? How much do you think that fish weighs, guys? All right, let's go ahead and put some water in this live well for him. Because what I'm going to do is just let him rest a bit. All right, so I see Clinton. Let me hold him up one more time. Then I put him in the live well, let him rest a little bit. There you go. Look at that stomach on there. All right, so what do you guys think? Do you like this view a little bit better whenever I'm showing you the action of the fish and the cast and all of that? So we're gonna catch some fish today. I went ahead and changed the mount up so you guys can see what I'm doing, and so that I can get out here and get things set up a little bit better, and I can focus a little more on fishing whenever I have the mount set up this way. All right, so I see those guesses coming in, and I'm gonna need you guys in the chat to kind of help me out with it too. Man, we're only at 10 likes. You guys didn't like that cast? I mean that catch. Let me ask you this: did you guys see the hookup? Did you guys see it whenever that fish came up and hit it? Did you see that hookup on that one? All right, so Clinton says 4.5. We have DL Peck Fishing says that's a 2.8. I think that's gonna be bigger than a 2.8, Mr. DL Peck Fishing. All right, so let's see. Bass Fishing 336 says a 3.4. We have Hustle Never Sleep. What's going on back in the chat? With a 310. Mask Off Fishing said that's a 3.5er. I'm gonna hit you with the 3.51. All right, good deal. Good deal. Oh, I see some of his brothers out there too. Might have to go ahead and get another one before we go ahead and weigh him. So we'll let him go in there and relax a little bit. Won't keep him for too long. But I'll need to take a picture or two with that. And for the people that missed that catch, so we have one Nyson to the boat. We've been out here for about 13 minutes. About 13 minutes. I already got one to the boat. All right. We have Terry Wilson says, yes, sir. All right. What's going on, Mr. Navy man? Thank you for your service. He says he's going to hit me with the 3.7. All right. We'll see. We'll see in just a second. I'm just checking to see if he has any other of his buddies out there that want to come and take a bite. Uh-oh, and there they go right there. I think there are some more of his buddies out there that want to take a bite. All right, let's see, guys. There they go. Come on, buddy. Come on and get him. Come on and get it. All right, they wanted to look. They were some window shoppers. They wanted to take a look, but they weren't ready to go ahead and commit yet. Fear of commitment. All right, guys, we are only at 11 likes. For anybody that is just tuning in, let me just give you a recap of what just happened. We are out here doing some top water fishing today. And where's my buddy at? Come over here, buddy. We just got this fish right here. And what we are doing is we're doing guess the weight. Let me just show you one more again. This is a 15-inch scale. Look at this fish. Look at the scale. Look at the fish. 15 inches. He is well over 15 inches. This is a largie. This is a largemouth out here, guys. So guess the weight in the not the like. I really need you to show me some love. Like button for me, guys. It really does help the channel out. That's why I do keep bringing that up. So where are we at? We are at 11 likes. All right, let's see how fast we can get to 20 likes. If you have already hit the like button, type the word like in the chat. Just type like in the chat for me. We're going to get back out here and catch another one, and then I'm going to weigh that one. I see you guys have been putting your guesses in the chat of what you think the weight is. So we'll find out in just a minute. All right, there they go. There they go. Make a long cast out that way. And actually, I think I was a little off on that cast. Let me burn this thing back. Sometimes they'll hit it whenever you're burning it too, guys. Shout out to Clinton Perry. Hit me with the like button. Terry Wilson, appreciate that. All right, and if we can get some more people, we're trying to get up to 20 likes. Once we hit 20 likes, we will go ahead and weigh that first fish. 20 likes is all we need. All right, let's see. It feels like it got foul hooked some type of way. Yes, it did. All right, so I'm throwing a fluke for these fish right now, guys. Let me just get this put in here a little bit deeper because this fluke is kind of getting tore up on me. I'm going to fix this in a way to where the hook is not hidden at all. There we go. So once they hit that, it should be payal, should be lights out. All right, so yeah, okay, Josh Lee said it's 3 pounds, 6 ounces. We're gonna find out in just a minute. We're at 14 likes. We need 6 more likes, and then we're gonna weigh that fish, guys. 6 more likes. Who has not hit the like button yet? Now we're gonna get another one, guys. We're gonna get another one. Can you handle me? Says yo. What's going on? I don't know if I can handle you or not, but we're out here trying to handle these 3 and 4 pounders out here. Let's go ahead and find another one. All right, there they go. All right, you guys see these fish? They're sitting out there at about, what is that, 70, 90 feet out there. They're like, hey, Money Bass, we're a little hungry. Can you feed me? All right, so let's see if I can feed them. Did you see the cast? Did you see where it hitting the water at? Oh, my goodness. There they come, guys. All right, they came and took a look at it, but once again, they're like, nah, partner, we're not ready to chew on anything yet. Oh, my goodness. Take a look at them. You see those soldiers down there lined up? They're like, what's up, Money Bass? They're like, what's going on, partner? You gonna feed us or not? All right, we're at 15 likes, guys. We need 5 more likes, and then we're gonna weigh that fish and see who came up with the correct weight. And if you have not guessed the weight on the fish yet, all right, just trying to see. Yeah, I was checking to see if they were gonna come up and hit that, but all right, so look at that, making that fluke dance for them. All right, let's try something different. Let's see. Let's see. I just bought this Sammy the other day. I kind of like that color. I know the fish don't really care to a certain extent, but me, I'm like, hey, I kind of like that one. Let me try something different. And I got the size a little bit different, a little bit smaller. So let's move in a little closer on these fish out here. And for you guys that have been following my channel, you know I normally have my target lock on here, but I have taken that off the boat so that I could okay, here we go. All right, so for everybody that is just tuning in, let me show you guys what we're doing. Let me show you what we're doing. I see some more people have tuned in. We're going to guess the weight on this fish right here. So we've been out here for about 20 minutes now, letting this fish relax. Okay, there you go. See, he you know, he's well rested. well rested. There we go. Look at him. That is a nice largie on that top water. Reach in there and feel that tongue. It feels that it is nice and smooth, which means it is a large mouth. All right, so now let's take a look at this, guys. For anyone who has not, Bass Fishing 336 said, weigh him, dude. Come on, Bass Fishing. Get in there and tell them to hit that like button. I need 20 likes, and then we're going to weigh this fish. All right, so here we go. So 15-inch scale. You see that fish? He is well past that 15-inch mark. All right, so I want you guys to guess the weight on this fish while he is relaxing in the live well. You know, we don't keep them too long. We go ahead and release these fish. But yeah, just wanted to show you guys. Let's take a look at his stomach. Oh yeah, been eating good, eating very well. All right, can you handle me? Says 3-5. Says let's go. We're at 16 likes, guys. We need 4 more likes. If you have not hit the like button or you are just tuning in, really appreciate you for tuning in and checking out the channel. We're out here having some fun. So you guys let me know when we hit those 20 likes. When we hit those 20 likes, that means you guys are ready to go. All right, here we go. Now we're throwing a different bait out there. Got a nice long cast on it. Now let's see. Let's see if these fish are going to hit this on top. All right, so no. It looks like now they're like, nah, man, you already hurt my buddy's mouth. We're not going to hit anything on top anymore. The sun's starting to come out, and I'm still looking for those likes. All right, we're at 19 likes. Who is going to hit like number 20? And once you hit like number 20, put 20 in the chat. I want to see who is going to be the 20th like. And that is going to get this fish weighed so everybody can give the 20th like a shout out. All right, Bass Fishing 336 says double tap the screen. That's right, likes are free. All you have to do is just double tap that screen. So once we weigh this fish, we're going to go ahead and yeah, I'll make a quick short video for you guys so I can put that on my channel for the people that are missing the live. Then we're going to take off and roll out to another spot. All right, Bass Fishing says 334. We're waiting for that. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So we have 22 likes. Looks like it's time to go ahead and weigh that fish. So let me go ahead and spot lock. Let's spot lock in place. All right, peoples. Here we go. Drum roll, please. Let me get this net back out of the way. Let me just check something real quick. All right, let me see. Can you handle me? He says double tap the screen now. There we go. All right, hold on just a second, fellas. Hey man, I'm on live right now so everybody can hear what you're saying. I'm out here on the lake live. All right, I'll see you in the chat. All right, we're about to weigh. All right, let's see. So that was one of my buddies tuning in. So hopefully he'll get in time for us to go ahead and check out the weight of this fish. All right, so you guys, what's going on? We have Cove Ultimate Fishing checking in. Good to see you. Good to see you. There was somebody in here asking about crappie fishing the other day. Uh-oh, we have Joe Winkler in the chat. All right, Joe, you're just in time for us to do the weigh-in. I mean, we were out here for about what 13 minutes in, guys. You know what I mean? We went ahead and found them. We found them and had to do our thing. So there we go. So this is going to be the first one. For anybody who has not put their guess in the chat, let me just show you one more time. This is a 15-inch scale. This fish is well past the 15-inch limit right there. And let me show you his stomach so you can get a good indication. Look at that stomach. And look at that mouth. Look at that. I can fit all 4 fingers down in there. Oh my goodness. This fish has a nice mouthpiece on him. All right, so let's go ahead and break out the bubble scale, guys. Get this zeroed in. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My scale, the batteries. How could it happen? But you know your partner MoneyBass always comes prepared. I have my backup batteries in here. So with these bubble scales, I don't know if you guys just saw that, but I may have left my scale on and didn't set it to where it would automatically turn off. So what I have to do is come in here, remove this battery. I keep this extra battery pack right here, and I keep these extra batteries. So whenever we're doing our competition, I always have a backup. And what I'll also do is go ahead and charge this other battery. All right, there we go. Let's check it out now. Let's go ahead and turn it on. Now let's check the battery. There we go. Look at that full green battery right there. Now let me come over here and see if I have a charger so that I can go ahead and charge up this battery. Keep an extra cable so that way I don't run those batteries down. I really just use those batteries in case of an emergency. So get this plugged in over here. And there we go. So you can see the red light is on right there. Can you guys see that red light? So that is charging now. So once I get that charged up, I'll put that back into this scale. All right. It is time. It is time. All right. So it's time for the bass fishing says patiently waiting. I know what that means. That actually means impatiently waiting. Why are you taking so long to weigh this fish? All right. So here we go, guys. All right. So everybody has their guess in, right? Everybody has their guesses in on the fish. All right. Mako says a 3-2. I don't know. I think you may be a little off. There we go. We got the scale zeroed out. My guess is going to be, yeah, I think it's going to be just under 4. Let's take a look. 341, guys. 341. Uh-oh. Bass fishing 336. Can you handle me? Both of you hit it right on the 3-4. Okay. Let's go ahead and clear it out for any doubters out there. We're going to do him one more again. One more time, then we're going to let him go back down there to his hangout with his peoples. All right, so we zeroed it out. All right, there we go. So 3-4. All right, so who was the closest on that one? I can see Can You Handle Me and Bass Fishing 336. You guys were right on it. All right, since you guys are live with me, another thing I'll do is let you see how I do some of these videos for my channel, and then I'll get this fish back down in the water. So what I'm gonna do real quick, and you guys will see this on my channel a little later, is record a quick video. All right, let's see. Video, video, video. We will go straight to YouTube. How about that? All right, so this is all it takes to make a nice quick video. Now this one came from down a little deeper in the water, so I want to hurry up and get him back down in there. All right, so here we go, guys. And let's do it like this. Let's make it a little more dramatic. Oh my goodness, look at the fish. Look at him hanging out with his buddies. He's like, "Tuh, let me get that out of my mouth." Hold on, let's redo that one, guys. I messed up. Your partner messed up. Let's redo. Let's redo. All right, so we're gonna dip him in there, and then we're gonna pull him out so that water splashing off of him. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's what you want to catch on Lake Lanier. What was this, guys? A 3? All right, all right. Man, I'm gonna have to do multiple takes on this one. Let's go ahead and get this one out there. So let me see. What we title this one, guys? Let's see. How about Monster Bass? Oh my goodness. They're out there hitting on top already again, guys. We'll just go with Monster. Let's put some the hashtags in here, make it public, and go ahead and upload that. So some people that are currently watching can see that. And now, uh-oh, I didn't put my cold tag on him, and he is back very lively right now. Just bear with me. I have to get it. I have to get this fish back out of here without him spiking my fingers, trying to get some revenge. Oh my goodness. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, one more video. Let's do a quick picture and then a quick video. Photo. All right, here we go, guys. All right, one more photo. Having a little fun out here on the lake. Let's go ahead and let him go back home and see what he has to say to his buddies. See you on the next one. All right, just that easy. Got some content. You guys got to see one of the fish catches. And what we're going to do is pack up and roll out from this spot and head to the next one. Terry Wilson slid in with the 342. All right, guys. So the likes are still coming in. If you have not hit that like button, once again, please tap that like button for me. It really does help out the channel. I'm going to ease back over here and see. Now that we gave him a few minutes of a break before we take off. Let's just take another cast and see how they're feeling. So I may need to change the retrieve up a little bit. But there are a lot of fish out here roaming around in this area. But we'll see. We'll see. M4 Fishing says, so do they seem to be biting now? It seems like they might want to put their mouth on it just a little bit. Seems like they might be a little hungry, saying, hey, Money Bass, what you got for me today? All right, we're up to 23 likes. We need 30 likes, guys. Can we hit up to 30 likes? And we're about to roll out and keep things moving. There's a friend of mine that's out on the lake today also. I need to check in with him in just a minute to see how things are going for him. All right, let's see. All right. I see some nice cover out there, but I need to see some action from some fish. All right, that was a real good cast right there. You guys can see it right at the end of the screen. Kind of changing the retrieve a little bit. See if maybe that'll get them to hit it. Whenever I pause it, still not working. And I see some fish coming up a little closer in, so we're going to keep on moving. Let's scan around to the left and to the right. M4 Fish says, sorry, Money, what are they biting on out there? Top, poppers, etc. Hey, buddy. I'm hitting them with something plain and simple. Just a simple little fluke. Out here having some fun. You know, the fluke wasn't really, one of my top techniques, but I wanted to work on it a little bit. So I come out here, whether I'm catching fish or not, and I'll just keep throwing it until I figure out the cadence, figure out what needs to be done. All right, here comes one. Come on up there, buddy. I see him following it. All right, we're looking, we're looking, we're looking. All right, we're just gonna go in just a little bit more. Yeah, so these fish out here, they're looking kind of active today. So let's roll in a little closer, see what else we can find. All right, I see a few out that way. Bam, right where it needs to be. Come on, buddy, come on. There he goes. Grab it. Ah, changed his mind at the last minute. How about that? Last minute change of plans. So this is kind of fun. This is kind of fun. All right, we are at 23 likes. We need 30 likes. Who has hit the like button? If you've already hit the like button, type like in the chat for me. I just want to see what kind of participation we're getting in here. All right, so the burning season says, let's go, Ryan. Let's go get them. M4 says, yeah, I know that's enough fluke practice. Leave that to yours truly. Matt King says, you and FCP Fishing need to do a collab. He's a hammer out there on Lanier. Oh, yeah. Dana, FCP Fishing, he's out here doing his thing. He's a musician. I mean, a musician. Well, he is a musician, but he's uh, a magic man. Let's say he does magic with that Spro Popar. Spro what is EPOP? That's there you go. All right, Dusty Do says they out there biting. Yeah, they biting a little bit out here. Brett says need polarized lenses. Appreciate that, Terry Wilson. Hit me with the like button. We're up to 25 likes. We're trying to slide in 5 more likes. Who is going to hit that like button for me? All right, so I see a few little stragglers out that way. So let's see if they want to come up and play. Let's see if they want to come up and play. You know, I don't really fish a fluke too often, but I um set this up specifically for my fluke so I could get a very long cast out of it. Let me just go over that with you guys. So this is a Ducket Micro Magic upside down for you, but it is a 7 foot medium. 7 foot medium has that flexible tip on there so I can get my cast out there a little, kind of helps me with the cast a little bit. I have that on a lose. I think that's a 2500 Mach 2 reel with 10-pound high vis yellow. That braid in there is, I believe it's Yozuri high vis yellow braid, 10 pound. Want that thin line on there so I can get extra long cast. And then I have that tied using an improved Alberto knot to 10-pound fluorocarbon line. Now, what I did on here is I actually put a swivel. Can you guys see that swivel? I put a swivel in there so it may help me out with my line twist, and then straight to a Texas rig fluke. It's not weighted or anything like that, but I'm still able to get these cast out here to about that 80, 90 foot range. And I see some fish right here. Check them out. They're out there waiting for me. So there's 4 nicens. That's what we call nicens. I can get that cast way out there. There we go. Bam. It hit right at 95 feet out. So I got that right out there where it needs to be, where those fish are at. They'll be able to see it while I bring it across the tops of their heads and see who wants to participate. All right, so these fish are no longer active. They're like, nah, partner, you've already heard our buddies' mouths. We already know the deal. All right, so we're going to pack up and roll out to another spot. All right, Dusty Do says, this is the life. This is the life. We have Ken checking in. He says, where is your fluke? There we go, Ken. Was that you that has been asking for this fluke? Is that you? Somebody who's been asking for a fluke. Ken says, where's the fluke? So there you go. He says, get rid of that white noodle. Hey, man, What you mean? Somebody has been requesting that I come out here and catch them with the fluke. Hopefully you saw the first fish that we got to the boat. It was a nice one. That's what they call them out here, a nice one. Man, you know the days of catching them with my Sabille. Man, I used to love catching fish with this Sabille. I still throw it even though it isn't isn't really working out for me like it used to. So let me go ahead and set him to the back. We'll go ahead and put him to the back for now. We're going to keep on rolling. We are going to pack up and roll out to another spot. All right, for anybody that is wondering what kind of setup I have the 360 on here. So I have this 360. That's for my shallow water fishing, but I do use it offshore also. These are my eyes under the water right there. That is my Mega Live. I generally have it connected to a target lock, but I took that target lock off to send it in for they're going to replace it for me because the wiring got a little frayed on it. But yeah. Oh my goodness. I just heard them. All right. Water is nice and calm today. It's a lot better than it was yesterday. Yesterday it was out here. We were out here. It was raining. Make sure I put my scale up and make sure I turn the scale off. But let's lock in that first one. So we're sitting at 342 on that first one. Hopefully you guys saw that catch. Anybody that is just tuning in that didn't see it, you got to see that. But now what we're going to do is pack up and roll to another spot. So we're going to stick and move. We're going to stick and move. All right, let me check this real quick. Yeah, I'm out here working and fishing at the same time. Okay, okay. What is this right here? Good morning, King. All right. All right, let's see what else we have. All right, so we're about to roll out, guys. So there's my mapping right there. I'll kind of pan around a little bit while I'm running so you guys can see some of the views and stuff like that, so it won't get too boring while we're running to the next area. But let's see what else we have. Shout out to Casey Smith. Just sent a video. All right, so there we go, guys. We're going to head out to the next spot. M4 Fishing says, Ken, what lake were you fishing? All right, so yeah, make sure you guys get in there, network, talk to each other. All right, we need 3 more likes. 3 more likes. So while we're running, if you somebody can, I need the like police in the chat to let people know how we do things around here on this Money Bass channel. Likes are important. It helps promote the channel. All right. Got to come back off plane real quick. But yeah, so we're rolling, guys. But I got to show you guys something that I have done on several occasions that has cost me dearly. Do you guys see this right here? I forgot to strap my rods down. Now, for anybody that has been following the channel for a good length of time, you know that I have lost several rods that way. And one trip, I did lose 2 rods one time. All right, go ahead and get that set up. So yeah, we're just gonna roll to another area. And what we're looking for today is that top water bite. You know what? Let's just try something random. Let's try something random. I'm just gonna stop at a random point, something I haven't fished before, and let's just take a look and see See what we can see. See if your partner MoneyBass can just make something out of nothing. All right, here we go. Something out of nothing. Today is a feeling like a fluke type of day. So that's what we're going to stick with. Sitting in 39 feet of water. So we're going to move in just a little bit. And we're looking for suspended fish. All right, Ken says Harvey's Lake in Dallas, Dallas, PA. All right, good deal. All right, we still need 3 more likes. Who has not hit the like button? Is there anybody watching that has not hit the like button? And maybe, they could be like, hey, man, we don't like what we're seeing. We just don't like it. But if you do like this content, it really does help. And the other thing that I had to explain to somebody is that likes are actually free. You don't have to pay anything for it. All you do is double tap the screen. Double tap the screen, and that like button will come right up. And basically what that does is just show crowd engagement for me. All right, so here we go. Pulled up on a random point. You see this little group of fish right here? They're sitting at about 15 feet down. So those fish will definitely come up and tag this fluke. So let's see. All right, they're on it. First one just missed it. They're still following it. Oh my goodness. Second one missed it. Had it in its mouth. Third one just swiped at it. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh, oh, I can see all of that happening. Oh my goodness. Oh man, that was pretty. That was definitely pretty, guys. We're gonna have to try it one more time. We're gonna have to try it one more time. That was so pretty. I saw the fish actually get the bait in its mouth. Let's see. Oh man. Oh my goodness. They're hitting on top right over there. So that means there's some fish over that way. And they are knocking bait out of the water. Could you guys see that? Can you see the splash right there? Now all I'm doing is just pulling up to random points, and that's it. All right, there's some fish right out that way. Let's see if you guys can see that. Who is the sponsor of the channel for today? Steve Wimpy. Steve Wimpy is the sponsor. He sponsored last night's live stream. And what I say is whoever gives the largest super chat super sticker during the live stream is the sponsor of the live stream. And since he sponsored last night's program, it carries over for today. All right, so these fish are sitting at about 70 feet out, about 15 feet deep. So we're going to do the same thing. Cast all the way out there, make a real long cast, and bring this fluke right over their head. And when they start coming up for it, we'll just speed it up a little bit. Oh my goodness. Had it in his mouth and missed it again, guys. Let me check my hook. Let's check the hook. The hookup is not hooking. The hookup is not hooking. I've already missed two, well, actually three fish. That was the third one that had the bait all the way in its mouth and it did not get a connection. I really should probably try some thinner wire hooks. All right, Terry Wilson. So you saw that? You saw the strike on that one? The fish had it in its mouth and was like, "Tuh, you're not getting me today." Said, "Not today." All right, let's see. Let's see. So yeah, so they're kind of active out here, just pulling up on random points, seeing what I can see, and making some things happen. Oh my goodness, not again. All right, so yeah, so now they're kind of short striking it, guys. So what I'm going to do is look what I keep on deck. Your partner is prepared. I got 3 different sizes of flukes. So what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and change out one and put one that's a little bit smaller so that expose more of the hook. And like I said, I probably need a thinner wire hook on here. Let's see if that one will work. We'll go with this one. Just a regular size fluke this time. Let's check it out and see. Get that put right in there. Get that hook exposed like that. And now let's check it out. Now all we're doing is just scouting around looking to see where did the fish go. All right, so that one is not casting quite as good as the other one did because it doesn't have as much weight to it. So I know sometimes people will weight the flukes. Has decent action underwater though. The action is a little different from that other one. So I'm gonna throw this out there and let it sink down a little bit because these are the fish that I'm targeting right here. So there's my bait, just hit it 75, almost 80 feet. And there's a fish already on it. So they're on it, guys. They're on it. I'm taking a look at the screen. I'm looking at the water, looking at the screen, looking at the water. And they're like, no, sir, buddy. All right, so look, this is what we'll do. This is what we'll do for them. I'm going to hit them in the head with the drop shot. Pretty much the same setup, but this rod is a medium heavy. And this is what I throw my drop shot on. So I'm going to throw this out there and just shake it. Get a nice 60-foot cast. Bam, there we go. Well, actually, that was a nice 80-foot cast. All right, so those fish are just sitting right out there. They're not related to any cover or anything either. And these fish might be a little bit smaller. A lot of times whenever I do finally catch something on my drop shot, Ken says, twitch, twitch, stop. Let fall and couple of inches, then twitch again. All right, helping me out on the technique. Ken says, you're working too fast. Try killing it. Oh man, these fish on this lake, you can burn a bait across the water, and these fish on this lake will come and get it. But the thing about that, like you're saying, you just never know. Sometimes they do want a different presentation. So I kind of try a little bit of everything. All right. So Ken says, imitate that a dying bait fish form. They like it. They likes it. All right. And I don't like getting hung up, but I'm hung up on something. Let's see if I can get that back loose. We have 420 unscripted checking in. He is a robot. He is saying, hi, humans. What's going on, you humanoids? All right. So, yeah, so this was a nice school of fish that was on this point. So I'm going to take another look around. I can see him back out that way. So I just kind of get set back up again. And then we'll see. We'll try a few different types of top water baits on them. All right. We hit the 30 likes. We're sitting on 30 likes. Good deal, guys. So, yeah, so we're just out here having some fun. And, I planned on coming out here today, Most of the time when I come out, I just don't focus on fishing like I should because I'm always in the chat. So the plan today was to come out and not be in the chat as much, but it kind of takes away from the fun for me. All right, so there they go. So those fish are right out there, straight on that point. So this is kind of textbook fishing right here. All right, Ken says, jerk that rod to the side like a jerk bait. M4 says, try that. I'm a skimmer. I don't have my I'm a skimmer tied on right now. And I kind of like the action on that fluke. I like that fluke bite. I'm kind of stubborn like that sometimes when I want them to bite what I want them to bite. So now I want them to bite this fluke. So now let's get set back up. And there they go. That's a good 70-foot cast out that way. So let me make sure I can make that cast. All right, I think I got it. All right, another decent cast. Right out there where it needs to be. Oh my goodness, look at this. Right here by the boat. Right here in front of the boat. Man, don't you just hate missed opportunities? Try it one more time. All right, so you guys can see what I'm looking at on the screen there. All right, coming up to it. Didn't get it. Can you guys see the fluke right there? But they are kind of active. I bet they'd hit a shaky head. All right, they're all up under the boat now. Let's just see what they'll do with a shaky head if I pitch that out there to them. Sometimes they'll cooperate, but most of the time for me with a shaky head, they're like, nah, partner, we don't want that. That's baby food. All right, so just to show you guys what I'm looking at, can you see all the fish down there moving around? I just pitched it right over there to that kind of like a rock pile or something. And they're all on it. But they look like they're going to be kind of some small ones, though. All right, so this was just a random point. So you know what? There's another random point just right up there. So we're going to go take a look at that. That's the opposite direction of where we just came from, but looks like it might be a good pattern for the day. Just pull up on a random point and see what you can see and make it happen. But hey, that was what? How many missed opportunities I had? Two fish that had the bait all the way in their mouth, but just didn't get the hook up. And then I had maybe one or two more that I kind of missed. All right, so we're just going to run up here to another point. All right, really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have our live in studios where we go over just different things concerning fishing. What we talked about last night was live fishing, kind of like what you see here, but you would see the entire person instead of just the front view of what they're doing. Let me go ahead and hop on plane. We're going to take off and go to this other point. Oh, now I remember Ken. Ken said it's the rod. I forgot how much you just love ducket rods, Ken. Oh my goodness. And you know what? Actually, on my deck, what I have right now, all of them are ducket rods. Those are ducket rods, and all three of those are ducket rods. But back there, I have a cashin and a 13 fishing. So, I kind of change it up a little bit. All right, so we're going to start off with the fluke again. Since the fluke has been good to me, let's just see. So there's some fish out here. Doesn't look like as much activity though. Nope, not as much activity out here on this point. Oh, there they go. There they go right there at about 50 feet out, guys. Let me back up off of them some. They're coming to see what I'm doing. They're like, nah, it's too late now. We already saw you. We already saw what you're up to. All right, I'm killing it, Ken. I'm killing it. Trying to see what type of reaction they'll have to it. All right, there's one little solo one out there. I really don't like just going for one fish. I like them. Whoa, there they go. I like them to get out there and compete. But yeah, they're a little too close in. They're sitting at about 50 feet in, but we'll try it anyway. All right, so these fish are just out here roaming around on these points. They're not really relating to anything. So you can really just come out here and fan cast. All right, let's just take a quick look around and then we're gonna roll out to, whoa, my goodness. Man. Yeah, I'm seeing some nice fish out here. Oh no. They're schooling out here on me, guys, but they're just out of range. But what I'm gonna do is ease out here on them. They're chasing bait fish. That's what they're doing. I see a pot of bait fish out there. All right, so how are we looking on the likes? I really appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. This is pretty much what I'm throwing right now. Have this nice Ducket Micro Magic rod on a 7-foot medium spinning rod. A Lew's Mach 2 casting reel with 10-pound high-vis yellow braid. And that is going to 10-pound fluorocarbon. And I tied an improved Alberto knot is what I'm using just to kind of help with the casting and getting the that knot through the guides. And I'm throwing a weightless fluke. Just have a hook right on that fluke. Ken said no. All right, Ken. So what is the rod of choice for you? What rod do you use? And are you brand loyal to a particular brand? All right, so yeah, we're just gonna keep on moving. Pretty much see all we have to do is just keep running to running points. And that's about it. And just work on my hookup ratio. What I'll do is probably just go and get me some thin wire hooks. And that's what I'll start throwing on my fluke. If I can find something that's a nice thin wire 5/0 hook, something like that is what I want to use. I see some more fish out there hitting on top. So yeah, it's a pretty good day out here today, guys. All right, let's do another sound check. Can you guys hear me okay now? Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Ken says, I only use the Lew's KVD medium light fast for my fluke with 6-pound mono. All right. What's going on? DL Peck Fishing hit me with the 1. Let me know that you guys can hear me. Just had to do a quick audio check. All right, so we're gonna take off, go to another part of the lake, and just see. So we pretty much found a pattern. And for you guys that watch live fishing tournaments, make sure you check out MoneyBass Battle of the Anglers is what you want to search on YouTube. So right now, what I'm kind of doing is what I would do on a day where I'm just pre-fishing and I'm going out trying to find a pattern or something that I want to fish for a tournament. So you see, I'm kind of relaxing, not really moving fast or anything. Not really staying at any places too long, but if this was a tournament situation, I would definitely be moving a lot faster. All right, so yes, we're just kind of easing along. We're going to go to a different part of the lake, but still just kind of run the same pattern. Just going to run, just stop at a bunch of different points. See if we can get these fish to come up and hit the fluke. So for today's mission is to just work on fluke fishing. So I'll get another one to the boat for you guys in just a minute. Maybe at this next stop, we'll see. And how does the audio sound while I'm running, guys? Is the wind kind of loud, or are you guys still able to hear me okay? All right, Mark said, how long am I going to be running? For about 3 more seconds. Right now, I'm not really going to anything specific. I'm just running from point to point, and that's it. And then I'm stopping, dropping, looking around, and seeing if I can get these fish to come up and hit a fluke. So I really like that other fluke that I was throwing because it has a little bit more weight to it. I can cast it a little farther. The problem with it, and let me just show you guys. So see the difference in length? It's just a little longer than this other one. And I mean, it has some real nice action to it. That's why I really like it. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on. But I'm kind of seeing the results that I wanted to see as far as getting those fish. Even if I don't actually get the fish to the boat, I'm seeing the results as far as getting those fish to actually hit it. Um, because as you guys saw at that last spot, I had like two of them had the fluke all the way. They had hit the bait and everything, but they could have just hit the tail. I'm not really sure. Oh my goodness, right on it. Check those out right there, guys. And there's a bait ball right behind it. That's 60 feet out. So what I'm gonna do is back off of those fish. I'm gonna throw this out here and just let it sink down. Let's see, where did they go? Oh my goodness, they're coming up. They're coming up now, guys. Check them out. Check them out. They're chasing all those bait fish. That is perfect. That is perfect. All right, now let's see. Oh, let's see. Oh, oh, no takers. Let me get it back out there again. All right, there we go, guys. Now let's see. Let's see what happens out here. All right, so this is what I'm doing. They're sitting out here about 60 feet. I'm gonna throw it in front of them and let the bait drop down there straight to where those fish are at, and then try to burn it through there and see if that will get those fish to react to it. Sound like a plan? All right, let me adjust things a little bit. There's a lot of bait on this point. Ah, bad cast. Get that back. Ken says, what's the water temp? We're sitting at 73. 73 degrees on the water temp. What's going on, Joe Winkler? All right, the burning season says, where them fish sitting on one of those cypress trees? All right, let's see. Yeah, so they're out here roaming around on this point again, guys. There they go, just off to the side a little bit. I'll throw it out there and see if I can make anything happen. Have that super slow fall. So there's my bait coming down right at 60 feet. I'm gonna let it come all the way down here and burn it through those fish. Okay, they're coming up to it now, it looks like. All right, let's keep on moving. So this is a nice little point. I see those fish came directly under the boat. All right, we're just driving and scouting around, looking for the wolf packs. So you guys saw at that last tournament, I pretty much stayed shallow out here. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see. Let's see what these fish want over here. All right, so today is Wednesday. Who has tournaments coming up this weekend? Or who plans on heading out to the lake? What do you guys have going on? Get active in the chat. Let me know what your plans are. All right, so look at that right there. Oh my goodness. That is lovely. That is very lovely. But let's see if I can get them to come up and hit this fluke. Let's see. Let's see. Can you guys see that screen? Let's see if they're going to come up on it. Oh my goodness. He had it and missed it again. Ah! I wasn't paying attention, guys. I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to keep you guys lined up on the camera. Ah. Yeah, that's why if you guys notice when we're actually fishing the tournaments, I'm talking, but I'm not talking quite as much because trying to run this camera, keep everything lined up so you guys can see what's going on. And then when I finally got the strike, I missed him. All right, let's try it. Let's try it one more time. Gonna get the cast right where it needs to be. All right, so let's focus. This is a focus cast. All right, so for today, that fish that I caught was a I believe 342. And I have missed everything else. I haven't got anything else to the boat yet. All really need to change something up. What I'll do, the way these fish are lined up and I'm kind of close into them, let's just pitch a drop shot out there. All right, so we're just moving a little too far from where I need to be. So let's just go ahead and get realigned. Ken said, change the rod, change the rod. All right, need to make a 70-foot cast. Did I get it? All right, 70-foot cast. Let me just bring it into about 65. Get it right in there. Now let's see. If something hits this, I'm directly in some cover on this one because I could feel it. All right, just working this real slow through there, guys, so it doesn't get hung up. All right, what do you guys think? You think they'll come all the way up and hit something on top, or do I still need to stay just a little below the surface? Let's just test it out and see. Let's test it out and see. All right, gonna try some different retrieves on this top water and see if maybe that'll get them to react a little bit better. Gonna stay here for maybe just a few more casts and keep on moving. I already missed my opportunity on this location. The fish came up and I did not capitalize on it. All right, so that got him to come up a little bit further in the water column. Now let me work the action on a little different. Ken says, do you have a hydro wave? I do have a hydro wave sitting right there, but I don't have it connected because I barely ever use the thing. I used to have it on all the time, and actually I spliced the wire on it on my trolling motor. So I just went ahead and removed it. I started to take it all the way off the boat since I didn't really even use it that much. All right, burning season. What's going on with that? What do you think about the hydro wave? I know you have some thoughts on it. So, what are your thoughts on the hydro wave? Do you like it? Not like it? I mean, you're out there catching 30 pounds of smallmouth. I don't even know if you need anything. You sound like a pro. I don't know if you even need a hydro wave. All right, so these fish are not hitting it. So let me just show you. So these are the fish right here. They're kind of in that cover, and there's some just kind of like you see that one right there, right above it. So I'm gonna throw something and just bring it right over the tops of their heads. Most of the time, right now, what I've been finding is they'll just follow this. They won't hit it. But sometimes before I take off from a spot, I'll go ahead and throw it out there and just see what happens, because you never know. Look at them; they're looking nice and lovely. I would like to get set the hook on that fish right there. So I need to make about an 80-foot cast. Did I make the 80-foot cast? Yes, I did. All right, so let's spot lock in place. Gonna count that down to about 10. Doesn't really take that much because those fish are suspended around the 10-foot mark. All right, so there we go. I'll do the retrieve a little faster than what I normally do it. All right, and there they go. I can see them coming up. Hmm, maybe that cast was not good. There's some fish following it right there, closer to the boat, but I could tell those are smaller fish. So maybe my cast was off. Let me get a better cast in, and I see what's happening to the wind. Okay, I hit that one right at 90, so that was a good cast. There's a fish already coming up towards it. Letting it count down. I'm still a little off from the direction that I was planning on, that I wanted to cast it. But let's just bring it through here a little faster and see what happens. All right, there we go, guys. Got him. Doesn't feel like a big one, but sometimes you can't really tell until they get closer to the boat and they'll start diving. But he doesn't really have too big of a head shake. Let's see, do I have him good enough to flip him? Yeah, he's not that big. He came from that little smaller group of fish. So there's some bigger fish out there, and then there's some smaller ones that are just a little bit closer in. All right, and I do not want to play with these hooks right here. These hooks are kind of serious. All right. Should I put this one on the scale? Does anybody want to guess the weight on this one? If you want me to put this one on the scale, put scale in the chat for fun. If you guys want to guess the weight on this one right here, do you see him? And what I'll do, let me just show you how he looks on the scale. It's not a keeper fish. So putting him on the scale, yeah, he's not a keeper. But you guys see it? All right, so you guys are like, hey, let's see him on the scale. All right, so you saw the link. The burning season says 1.19. All right, what does Ken say? He says put him on the scale, 1.3. And I will say that this one is going to be a 0.87 is what I think. DL Peck Fishing says a 1.4. All right, guys, let's take a look. Let's see what this little baby weighs. And when I say baby, I mean baby. Anybody else? M4 says 1.2. All right, so you see it, we're zeroed out, guys. I say 0.87. Ooh, none of us were right. Look at that. That little baby is only 0.70. Oh, Ken said ounces. Ken said, I'm talking about, he said, not pounds, I'm talking about ounces. There we go, guys. So yeah, so there's a smaller school of fish. Um, so once I get past those bigger ones, there's a smaller school of fish in front of those. Let's just make sure I turn my scale off. The burning season said, "Oh, it was a pretty little baby. It was a pretty fish." Everybody, y'all saying the camera tricked us. It was a scam. You scammed us. All right, let's see. Man, those fish just look so lovely out there. I don't know why they won't participate, cooperate, and participate. All right, let's try it one more time, and then we'll move on again. Having some fun out here with it today. Bring this right over their heads again. Let's get lined back up. All right, there we go. Make a good 80-foot cast. Boom. All right, spot lock and count it down. The burning season. Oh my goodness. Oh man, the camera did it, huh? Maybe it was the angle, or it could be. Have you ever had them blame it on you for taking the picture? Like, why you always take the picture like that? All right, let's get lined back up one more time. All right, the burning season says what bait fish are on this lake. So out here we predominantly have herring, or the type of bait fish that these fish go after. So that is a very fast moving fish. And for some reason, all of my casts, I keep casting my caster off. All right, let's get this back in. I want to get at least one good cast on there, exactly where I want it to be before I move on. All right, here we go. That should be right where I need it to be. All right, here they come. Here they come. Let's see if they're going to tap it. Can you guys see them moving off of that cover? Nope. They're like, no, we do not want it. How deep is the water and what depth are the fish? I am sitting in 12 feet of water, and the fish are sitting out 50 feet away from me in about 15 to 20 feet of water, and they're suspended all the way up to 10 feet. Burning season says I need to dump some gobies in the lot. All right, DL Pickfish says, "What's the status on your target lock?" My target lock is still sitting on my desk. I haven't even mailed it off yet. Um, I mean, I used to fish without it all the time anyway, so it's not really a that detrimental to me. So I haven't been in a, it wasn't like an urgent thing for me to hurry up and get it back. Cause like out here, I'm just, fishing the way that I used to do. And actually, was it Bassmaster came out with theirs that they can't use turret systems. They have to connect the transducer directly to the trolling motor. Pretty interesting. All right, I see some fish that are out a little bit farther out that were coming on top just a minute ago. Let me just try that fluke out there on those fish and see if they'll cooperate. You never know. I've actually stayed here longer than what I should have, because if they're not acting right here, they're acting right somewhere. All right, let's go ahead and move on to another spot, guys. The burning season says target lock works with the rants. Hey, give us some details on that because somebody was asking about that. How do you get that target lock to work with Lowrance? Because the spot lock feature, will the spot lock feature still work? Well, wait a minute. Do you have, you would have to have some type of hummingbird um unit on the boat. So what is the setup? And is that your setup? Are you running target lock on yours? Give us the 411 on that, the burning season. All right, let's keep on moving. Keep on moving. Now today is a lot better than yesterday, having a lot more fun out here. I'm not running from these rainstorms, dodging the rain. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. As you come into the chat, please hit the like button. It really does help out the channel. And be sure to subscribe if you like this type of content. At least once a week. Well, this week I've been out here 3 times so far this week. I'm going to try to be out here tomorrow and Friday also. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. What's going on? We have Tom Mix. Tom Mix checking in. All right, easing up on the next spot, guys. So let's see what happens. Really, really appreciate the strong support of the channel from everybody. Continue to get active in the chat. And what we are doing today, as you have seen, is kind of focusing on offshore. We did shallow water the other day. where I was pretty much throwing, what was that, crankbait, wacky rig, that kind of stuff. So you guys who like that shallow water fishing, we were doing that the other day, yesterday and today. Um, Kind of focused on the offshore bite, finding a lot of good locations. If I was able to, focus without trying to run these cameras, I may have actually caught some of those fish that I haven't been connecting with today. But I mean, it does show us that this pattern that I'm running for today is a good one. It's working out. All right, so here we go, guys. There's some fish right out there. Let's see if we can get them on this first cast. Didn't get them on that first cast, but there's a lot of fish out there. Take a look at them. Those fish are sitting at about 70, 60 to 80 feet out and suspended about 10 feet, so they're not down too far. That is ideal. So I can just make some fan cast out here and see who wants to come out and play. All right, got a big wake coming over here right now. There they go, guys. Oh my God. Oh, look at them schooling out here now. All right, in the chat, put a drop of yes in there if you saw those fish coming out of the water. Did you see the fish coming out of the water? Put a yes in the chat. Oh man. Now look at them. Can you guys see them all along down through here? We still have some that are kind of far enough out from the boat to where they may still come up and hit it. There they come. Come on, buddy. Ah, didn't commit. Didn't commit. All right, let's try walking bait on them again. All right, could you guys see those fish? Okay, I see. Who is that? Emmanuel says, yes, he did see those fish come up out of the water. And I can tell you that one that came out, that was a nice one. All right, right there where it needed to be. Oh, did you see that one jump out? Put yes or put jump in there if you guys saw that fish come out of the water. All right, I'm going to try a different retrieve. I'm going to burn it and kill it, burn it and kill it. Oh my goodness, guys. Ah, DL Peck Fisher says the burning season. No, the integration between Lowrance and the target lock wouldn't work. You could rig something up. Okay, all right. So you guys are getting active in the chat. Oh, man, man, man. Don't you just hate it? How many fish have I missed today, guys? How many have I missed? Let's just try something else. Let's just cast all the way back here and see what happens. Oh man, I turned just to where it was out of reach, and they were coming up heavy over there. Man, it sounded like waves hitting up against the shore. A nice school of fish was coming up over there. Oh my God. Come on, baby. Come on. Don't do it to me. Ah, man, those fish are feeding heavy over here right after I left from over there. Oh man, oh man. Where did the love go? Where did the love go? They followed it up to the top that time, but did not take it. So that was a nice looking school out there that time. Schooling everywhere. Schooling everywhere. Who do we have in the chat? Drop a message in there. I want to see who's still on and watching. We're going to get one more fish, guys. One more. Who is in the chat? Drop a message for me. I want to see some signs of life. Who is still out here watching? Shout out to the Money Team. Do we have any Money Team members still in the chat? Those are the members of the channel, the people that you see that have a badge next to their name. If you are still active in the chat, just drop a quick message in there for me. Let me get some crowd participation, some feedback. All right, so these fish are out here suspended, roaming around everywhere. So I'm just gonna slow roll a bait through here. See if I can get their attention that way. Shout out to DL Peck, member of the Money Team. He said, I'm still hanging in here. I'm with your Money Bass. I'm gonna see you catch that one more fish. Oh my goodness. Right when I decided to make a cast, those fish started coming up in a different location. Isn't that the way it works? All right, so is DL Peck the only one in here? What's going on? Where's the rest of the peoples at? All right, let's ease back in here where these fish were getting real active at before. See if we can get some more participation. Timothy says, have you had any luck? Yes, sir. Caught a few little small ones and one that was, what was that, guys? Was it three something? I can't remember the weight on it. Yeah, we've had a little action out here. And right now I'm scouting around again. So there's a school of fish that's roaming around out here that come up and hit on top every once in a while. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for those fish, see where they're at. All right, Emmanuel says, I'm here. All right, working and watching you fishing. All right, good deal. Bottom Line Outdoor says, oh, yeah, buddy, I'm out here rebuilding the engine so I can get back out. Is it a boat? Well, I guess you're working on a car, truck. What are you working on out there? All right, so there's a ledge right out that way that I can see on my mapping. And there's some fish right out there over that ledge. So I'm trying to see if any of them want to come and have some fun. But it looks like the answer is no. Bet I could get a bite on a shaky head throwing it down there, though. Let's see what else we have over here. Man, oh man. So many missed opportunities today. But hey, maybe we'll be back tomorrow again. You guys want to see some more live fishing tomorrow? But what I need to do is figure out a way I can focus on the fishing and still be able to talk to you guys in these comments, in the comment section. Kind of waiting for these fish to come back and start hitting on top again. Emmanuel says, have you tried a spinning bait yet? Nah, I don't really throw a spinner bait too often whenever I'm offshore. Actually, I had that on the deck the other day when I was doing some more on the shallow side. All right, so I made a long cast with that drop shot. Let's see. Timothy Mix says I have to be a member of the Spear Change team. Ah, come on, man. What's going on? He says Social Security and rising costs for everything has made me broke and hoping I can make it to next month. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And we used to have people that were gifting members of the memberships and all that good stuff. When we were doing more of the in studio live streams, I've kind of slowed down on that a little bit, but I still try to keep my schedule going. All right, that's why I don't really like casting a drop shot. I'll cast a shaky head, but my drop shot, I'm used to dropping that straight down so it doesn't get hung up, but it got hung up on me. Man, I'm coming up on an area right there that looks like some prime area for a shaky head. So I might have to go back and tie it on. Yesterday, when I was out on the lake, you guys may have saw that I broke it off right before we got off of the live stream, and I did not retie it. Oh man, don't tell me I'm losing my drop shot. Come on, work with me. Don't do me like this. All right, got it back. Good deal. All right, so let me put that up. Oh, man, that boat just went through and woke them up a little bit. I heard them out there jumping, but they were just out of range. All right, let's put this fluke back in action. All right, what is Stealing Tennessee says you have the Otrex. I remember correctly. What size shaft is on yours? So I roll with the 52. I wanted to get that 52 so that whenever I'm offshore and out here on this lake and some of the other lakes I fish, when those bigger boats come by and throw off those big wakes, your trolling motor would definitely come out of the water. So I like having something that I can make sure it stays in the water. Doesn't sound like a helicopter just chopping out of the water every time the boat bounces up and down. So I got that 52-inch shaft on mine. All right, so there's a school of fish out here roaming around. I'm just trying to see if I can find those. Yeah, man, I do need to catch one every now and then. Let's see, I'm just trying to see where they moved out to. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They're schooling everywhere. Guys, can I make that cast? Oh, I almost made the cast. Oh my goodness. Do you see this? Look right here. Right here at the boat. Shoot. Come on, come on, come on. That was ugly. Now, for anybody who's just tuning in, you have just witnessed why I said so many missed opportunities today. Those fish were right there at the boat. I have to get back in tune with everything. And I mean, I guess it's not all that bad because this is really my day 2 or 3 of really trying to focus in on working on my fluke bite. So I see a few things I need to make adjustments to. So when I come back out on the next go round, I'll be ready. All right, let's see what else we have going on in the chat. All right, CJ Kendall says, how do I like that color palette? I like this color palette a lot, especially whenever you have on some shades with that yellow tint to it. It makes the screen pop. It makes all those different colors that you see pop very well. So, but the shades that I had, I believe they must have fell in the lake because I can no longer find those. But they definitely worked well with this color palette. All right, so what we have out here now is just some random schoolers. They're not really chasing anything. So what I would end up having to do is just kind of wait till, something came up and started schooling, hitting on top, and just happened to get the bait right inside of that where they're blowing up at. I know somebody said they wanted me to try that I'm a skimmer. So let me go ahead and put that on for you guys so you can take a look at that. And change this bait out. Let's see what you guys are talking about in the chat. How do you like that color palette? Okay, I already answered that. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and change this top water bait out. The sun is coming up, guys. It's starting to heat up. So sometimes that does change things just a little bit, but got to keep plugging away and see what happens. All right, so now let's go ahead and switch over to this chrome. Take a look at that tackle box, guys. Let me put that back over here. And I believe this right here is the I'm a skimmer. Let's see. Take a look at that, guys. I don't really throw an I'm a skimmer too much. Is that the I'm a skimmer? Is that the right one? Is that the one you guys are referring to? That is the all chrome. We'll see what happens if we burn that across the water a few times. Man, hook got hung up before I even cast that one. All right, so in the chat, is this the bait? Somebody was saying they wanted to see an I'm a skimmer. Is this the bait that you were wanting to see right here? We'll toss this out here a few times. And I can hear them schooling behind me. I don't even want to look since my line is tangled up. All right, here we go. Let's see. All right, it gets a pretty nice cast to it too. Try a different kind of retrieve on it. Just trying something different to see what will make these guys fire off on these top water. Thought I heard something. Have some followers, but no takers. All right, we're gonna stay here for just a few more minutes, and then we're gonna roll on. All right, Daniel says it's if if they're schooling, throw a rattle trap. Okay, all right, rattle trap man. Yeah, a friend of mine. I mean, he's a rattle trap guy, and that's what he does. He'll throw the rattle trap on just about. He'll throw it grass, lay downs, rip rap. He is a rattle trap guy, so that is his claim to fame. He'll throw that thing in every situation and make it work. All right, let's do a quick countdown. All right, Tom Mix says, what color palette are you using? Show a close up, please. So this is color palette. I believe it's 13. So it works very well if you have on some polarized shades or some shades with the yellowish tint to it. It makes those colors pop. I used to use color palette 3 the majority of the time, and then I switched over and started using color palette, I believe it's 13. All right, let's put this up. All right, let's roll to another location. These fish over here, they just aren't friendly. They don't like biting my bait. They don't want me to feel good and feel the hook set. So I got to keep on moving. All right. Oh yeah, we're at 43 likes. Appreciate that, Daniel. All right, got to leave non-cooperating fish to find cooperating fish. You know how they say don't leave fish to find fish? What do you guys think about that? If you see fish and you have found fish, should you leave those fish? Let me put this. Wait a minute. My settings aren't right. Angler, I need to put that on custom. Let's go over here and check my network setup. Share waypoints off. Oh no, that is ugly. How did my waypoint selection and everything get off? Let me check my setup. 2D. Let's see, I need that. My GPS is external. Nope, so that is what's going on with that. Let me put that on external. All right, there we go. Let's go check out another location. Daniel says, I leave small fish to find bigger fish. That'll work. All right, we are at the next location. Need to brighten my screen up a little bit. A lot of bit. All right. Although the fluke is generally not my first choice, that is what I want to focus on today. So I showed you guys my setup. I have a Ducket Micro Magic rod. This is a 7-foot medium. Have high vis yellow 10-pound braid, and that is tied using an improved Alberto knot going to 10-pound fluorocarbon. So that is my setup so that I can get some good long cast. I can cast this over 90 feet whenever I need to. I see a little solo fish out there. Let's see, he doesn't have any buddies with him. So let's ease on out. Let's see, who do we have tuning in? Right. Well, let's all call it Force Swinging. Says, hey man, what's going on? Appreciate you for tuning in. Tom Mix says, okay, thanks, money. I don't have forward facing sonar, but information is everything. Oh yeah, you definitely don't need it to get out here and have some fun. I was fishing offshore before I had a forward facing sonar. You pretty much just use your waypoints. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What is that right there? What is that right there? Oh my goodness. Get it. Get it. Mm, followed it all the way back to the boat, guys. Oh, man, that was terrible. That was terrible. But I'm out here, hey, I'm out here trying to learn a technique, new technique. So I have, uh-oh, here they come. Here they come. I see them behind it. Oh man, I saw the fish had a big wake falling right behind it, but did not commit to it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Had a crack at them, didn't capitalize on it once again, and they still came up to it. Let me just show you guys. See, these are the fish right here. You can see that persistence mode, that purple haze, that shows the direction that the fish were just moving. So they were chasing it, but just would not commit to it. And I see this fluke is kind of tore up, so I need to change this one out. Let's put one of these old school zoom flukes on here. I like to push it and get the line and everything all the way inside of the fluke. Get the eye of that hook in there. And then get that hook well exposed. Get that hook all the way out there like that. Haha says, that's way too fast. That's way too fast. These bass can't catch herring go swimming that fast. You need to slow it down. So what lake do you fish? What lake do you fish on where you retrieve it a little slower? All right, these fish do not want to cooperate. Throw this out here one more time. So no followers on that. So they're kind of changing up on me. Let's try something a little different. All right, what are you guys talking about in the chat? All right, they're coming up again now, off in the distance. So a lot of times, what I have found for me is that means they will come up in different areas. Maybe they, oh no, 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 no. Casting into the wind is not my friend. There we go. There we go. Got to get it out there and then burn it through that school of fish. Try to get one of them to react to it. All right, let's see. What are you guys talking about? Let's see. I haven't seen one pro fish as quick as this guy does. That is right. I am not a pro. All right, we have Cuttery Goodwin says, "What did you change up to?" I just changed up to a swim bait. So I'm throwing a custom painted Seville swim bait. All right, so this is a herring lake. So this is an imitation herring bait. And the herring on this lake are some very fast fish. This is a 5 gear ratio reel. So what I'll do, sometimes depending on how active the fish are, is once you find some active fish, you throw this over those fish and burn it as fast as you can, and those fish will come up and bam, they'll come up and crush it. But right now, from what I've been witnessing, and a lot of my friends been out here, you get a lot of followers. It could be a time of day type of thing. Let's see. All right, they're following it. Swiping at it, but no go. All right, let's see. So yeah, they like that profile, but they just didn't commit to it. All right, so Cuttery says, let me see, what did you change to? All right, he says bone. Okay, well, it's not necessarily bone. It has kind of a greenish tint to it, but it does have kind of that bone feel to it. All right, says I fish Lake Lanier a lot, so that is like a bone color. It's cloudy in Georgia today. All right, yeah, yeah, we have a little bit of cloudiness going on in the sky. Oh no! Did you see what just happened, guys? I didn't. When I tried to set the hook on that fish, the the rod hit the trolling motor. Terrible situation. That would have been a nice one. That would have been a nice one. What's going on, Ken? All right, so who saw it? So I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Cuttery says no. I seen it. Oh yeah, yeah. When I tried to set the hook on it, I pulled it right into the trolling motor and missed it. All right, let's see. Let me just go back a little bit, see who I'm missing. All right. So Ken says, "Have you ever tried a double fluke rig?" Yes, I have, but it's been a minute. I just wanted to get back into the feel of just throwing a fluke. I got my setup and everything for that. Just wanted to try something different. There are a lot of guys that that have a lot of success with the fluke, but it never really has been one of my primary um techniques. But as you can see, I have one on the deck, and I'm going to start kind of tweaking it to how I need it to work for me. So I'm going to start working on that. All right, let's see. Okay, like that greenback herring. Yes, let me just show you guys again. So this is a custom painted one. So it has a little bit of that greenish hue to it. See how it has that purple tint in there? Depending on how the sun reflects off of it, you can get some purplish tint on the sides, but it has that green, and on the bottom it does go kind of down to that bone color. All right, let's see. The monkey finesse says I'm tuning in from Oklahoma. All right, really appreciate it. Jeffrey says, "Why, Money Bass? Why did you miss that fish?" I don't know, man. You know, I was out here. I wasn't focused. I'm chatting. I'm YouTubing. I'm videoing. I'm doing all kinds of stuff. I'm just out here to have a good time, hang out with you guys for a little bit. We did have our weekly live stream last night. A few of you tuned in, so that was a good time. Make sure if you are new to the channel, you first hit that like button. And secondly, subscribe. We get together every week, 8 p.m. Eastern. That is the in studio live stream time. And then from time to time, I will be out here live on the lake. So if you are subscribed to the channel, you will get the notification. Sometimes I'll be out here offshore doing some techniques with the forward facing sonar, live imaging, that kind of thing. Other times, hey, we'll be shallow, skipping docks, using crankbaits, just using different type of techniques, kind of mixing it up a little bit. All right, so Curtery says, "Yeah, man, you are pronouncing it right." All right, really appreciate that. Ken says, "Set the hook, man. Give it the double-handed tuna hook set." All right, so there's some more fish out there now. Oh man, why did my cast have to go off to the left a little bit? I mean, to the right. All right, so all right, I got it. Oh, oh no, I couldn't tell that the thing was on there, guys. But it came up and waked right behind it, and I guess it started swimming with it. I couldn't even tell the thing was on there. All right, we're getting back into the territory. They're sitting right on top. And actually, whoever that was that was talking about the retrieve, I'm trying different retrieves. And right now, that slow retrieve seems like it is might be working a little better right now. Let's see if I can get these to come. Here they come. Here they come. Oh my goodness. Had the whole family come up and take a swipe at it and said no go. All right, let's try it again. So the thing about it is some of those other baits like the fluke and some of those other things, I was not even getting too much of a reaction on those. So now they are following this, and I've had two fish hit it. So this might be a little better technique for this time of day. We'll see. All right, let's see what else you guys talking about in the chat. Curtery says, "I hear this and that about the fluke on Lanier. Only have ever had success with all white fluke juniors." So yeah, I'm throwing one that's a little bit bigger than that. It could be like the caffeine shad or something like that, I believe. Has a little more weight to it. I like the movement of it, but it just seems like the hookup ratio because of the size for me. But then again, I may just need to try a different hook on there. Works fast on top of water. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So that's what I was doing. I was working that pretty fast. All right, let's see. Let's see. Saw something come up right over here. Is he still over there? Let's take a look and see. Ken says, "Yeah, fluke can put a lot of nice fish in the well once you learn it." Oh yeah, that's what I do. That's what my plan is. I want to kind of, start getting that technique a little bit down and start fishing it a little bit more. Because I used to skip docks with it and things like that, but then I kind of got away from it. As you get new toys and things like that, you kind of move away from things that used to work for you because, all right, so look, take a look at this, guys. So this is what I'm focusing on. If you take a look, water, you see the water temp, we're sitting in 27 feet of water, but those fish are suspended up to 10 to 15 feet of water. So I'm trying to get some that are suspended at about that depth because it doesn't take that much for them to just make that commitment to come on up and hit something that's waking just across the right under the surface. Clint Perry checking in from Tulsa. What's going on, Clint? Glad to have you back. We're out here just talking and casting right now, doing some casting and talking, seeing if I can hook up on something again. We have been out here for, I think, maybe about 2 hours or so. That was the plan, to come out here, hang out with you guys for about 2 hours and head on back and get back to business after I caught a fish or two. And I've come out here and caught a fish or two. But you know, once you catch a fish or two, sometimes you want to catch a fish or three. So we'll try to make that happen. All right, we have some company pulling up, coming out here to hang out with us, see what they can catch. All right, let's go ahead and put this down over here for a quick minute. And let's start doing a little worming. So I broke off yesterday right before we left, so I do need to tie back on. So let's do that first. And because I throw my shaky head directly into cover, rocks, and everything that people would normally throw a Texas rig into. Hold on just a second. Hey, I'm out here live right now. All right. All righty. Let's see. So let's look in the handy dandy tackle room. Why are my shaky head so far down at the bottom? All right, let's try a different color for the day. For today, just one more cast. Just one more cast. All right, so we're switching over to a shaky head, guys. I'm gonna tie a polymer knot. So for me, I pretty much tie a polymer knot on everything. But as I mentioned earlier, I did use an improved Alberto knot on, I believe it was the fluke, but that was tying on to the braid, to my braided line. So yeah, what is your favorite knot? What knots do you guys use? So on something like a shaky head, what type of knot um do you guys like using? Drop that in the chat. It may help somebody out. All right, so this is what we're doing. If you guys can see, let's see. We're gonna cast right out here. See these fish? See if they'll follow it down, then fish it right through that cover right there. So that is sitting at about 20 feet deep. But I have to make sure I get my bait set up right first. And I'm actually using a different type of hook than what I normally use. All right, where did the fish go? All right, there they go. All right, right into the meat. So there's my bait going down. Looks like a fish may have grabbed it on the drop. See, I have that high vis yellow line so I can see if my line starts moving or anything like that. All right, so now it stopped moving. It's on the bottom. Let's just see if something did pick it up. All right, so it didn't pick it up on the drop, but they're definitely down there looking at it. All right, Ken says a polymer knot for him. Oh, we have the mass bass. Ted checking in. He says, let me see one. Just joined. Dang, gotta be on time next time. Oh yeah, we've been having a good time out here today. Caught a nice what was that? A 3-something pounder on that fluke. Out here working on my fluke game. DL Peck Fisher says polymer knot and improved Alberto knot mainly. Yep, those are the two that I use. Oh, and I can't forget about my double uni knot. I'll use that on my shaky head and things like that. I just like that knot. I just have more confidence in that double uni. All right. Ken says I own 900 different color. What is that? Meds and never caught a fish on them. What is a med? All right. Let's see. Emmanuel says I was just wondering if your rain suit is in your boat today. No, sir, it is not. I figured I made it through yesterday without it, and I still haven't washed it and reapplied the waterproofing to it. So I figured I'd be okay, but I will take care of that today. Tom Mix says, money, try not burying the hook eye and using a loop knot on your fluke and see if that helps with the action. Okay, all right. All right, let's ease in a little bit more. So what this does for me is just give those fish a minute to rest as far as not having something going over their head a lot. So the ones that are down at the bottom. And a lot of times what I have found for me is those bigger fish will sit down towards the bottom over those smaller ones at times. I mean, of course, everything is not always and it's situational, but for me, I kind of think that those bigger fish will be under those smaller ones at times. And that's why sometimes you'll get those smaller ones like I did earlier when when I caught that bigger fish from, and then I showed you on the screen where you could actually see those smaller fish. So if those bigger ones didn't get it, then those smaller ones were sitting there waiting for that bait to come right through it. And I caught that one where everybody was guessing like 1 pound and all of that, and it was not a 1 pounder. All right, enjoying the day, enjoying the day. Look, we have some guys right out there. They're out there doing a little offshore fishing. Looks like he's messing with his electronics. We have somebody over there sailing. A little bit of everything going on out here today. And looking at his trolling motor, he looks like he has two transducers on there, one in landscape mode and one in forward mode. All right, and there they go, taking off. Man, it looks like he had some weight in that boat. The way it was getting on plane, the way the back of the boat was digging in. All right, so this is what I was waiting for. I was waiting for these fish to get repositioned and set back up in the water column, suspended like that. So these fish are suspended about 10 feet below the surface. So whenever I can get a good cast out there, then I may be able to get those fish to come up and hit that bait. All right, chat, members of the money team. I showed you how the fish were set up. Should I throw this swim bait, bring it over the head, throw something like this I'm a skimmer? This one right here kind of wakes just below the surface. I can actually let it sink down a little bit. And remember, this is a herring lake. All right. What do you guys think? What do you think? And then what about that fluke? Let me just show you that fluke too, just in case somebody was like, hey man, we want to see some fluke action. DL Pick Fisher says, don't even think about money. You just need one live transducer. Oh, I'm done, man. I'm out of the game. I can't keep up anymore. But yeah, so there we go. Or the fluke. Which one do you guys think? A fluke, I'm a skimmer, or a Sabile swim bait for those fish that are suspended? And since I don't see you guys saying anything yet, I guess it's gonna be what I was gonna go for was the Sabile. But yeah, DL Peck, I'm done. I'm not getting any more screens, any more transducers. I mean, I have enough stuff on my boat now to where I can fish whatever type of technique I want. If I want to use electronics or not. All right, here we go, guys. All right, there they go. They're lining up. All right, maybe I didn't get that cast out far enough. I didn't see them react to it that time. Just a few of them may have looked over there at it. Let me try to get it out a little bit further without backlashing this thing. All right, looks like they're moving. Nah, they're not moving yet. I need to get this cast just where I need it to be. I was a little off from where I wanted it to be at. All right, what are you guys talking about? And I agree. One is all you need. All right, Ken said throw that fluke. He said there's bait above them. Throw that fluke. Man, you know how some days things just don't come together for you? And then some days you come out, those tournament winning days where everything just seems like it's working out. So a day like today, things just weren't quite working out. But it's still a good day. You can still like come out and have some fun with it because it's not tournament day. So tournament day is when I try to make sure I focus, guys. But like today, I can get out here, try different baits, have some fun with it, hang out with the guys and gals on my YouTube channel. All right, there they come. Let's see. Speed him up a little bit, slow him down. And it is still a no-go. All right, let's see. Let's check something else out. All right, Ken says, are you on live target? No, sir. I'm using Mega Live with Humminbird. And I have a target lock, but it is currently not on the boat. I took it off the boat because I need to send it in to get it. They're going to replace it for me because one of the cables on it, the shielding started kind of cracking up on it. All right, they saw it and followed it that time. Let me lock it on there so I can show you. All right, take a look. All of those fish follow that bait all the way back over here. And they said, no, sir, not today. All right, Ken, you said to put that fluke back to work. Let's go ahead and try that fluke. So if anybody knows Lanier, you know that I really shouldn't even be sitting here in the same spot anymore. But I'm just testing out different baits, different techniques. I really don't feel like doing a bunch of running right now. I was kind of doing that earlier. All right, so that cast landed right at 70 feet. Let's see what they're going to do. All right, there they go. All right, so they didn't like that either. They took a look at it, but they were like, nah. I need to get the cast out a little bit farther. All right, let's move in a little closer. All right, Hustle Never Sleep says, I'm back. I wasn't sleeping. I was just hustling, and now I'm back. All right, Clint says, what did you catch that so-called 3-pounder on? Ah, why does it have to be a so-called 3-pounder? Why you doing me like that, Clint? I caught it on a fluke. The bait called the fluke. It wasn't a fluke that I caught it, but the bait itself was a fluke. How about that? All right, all right. These fish are just not cooperating with any of this. Let's change it up. Let's bring something through the water column a little slow. Let's see what they want to do with that. All right, I think they might like that right there. Let's do a quick countdown. Count it down to 10. All right, there we go. Now let's see who wants to come out and play. All right, shout out to Ken says, Money, I got to go back to work. Will you be on tomorrow? That is the plan. The plan is to come back out here and hang out with you guys a little bit tomorrow once again. I'll probably come out for about an hour or two tomorrow. Might try some different techniques, some different areas of the lake. All right, just trying some fan casting because there's fish out here roaming a little bit of everywhere. All right, they were like, nope, we're not going to hit that either. All right, so we're going to count this one down to about 15, and then I'm going to burn it through there a little bit faster. Like I said, I tried different retrieves. For the most part, um, for me, I catch them with a faster retrieve on baits, but sometimes you need something a little slower. So now just going a little bit faster. right, so they followed it. Take a look at it, guys. All right, let's go back to the shaky head. Oh man, oh man. Finishing up a nice day out on the lake. So who do we still have in the chat? Has anybody been watching the entire time that I have been out on the lake? So we've been rolling for, I believe it's been, I think it's been a little over 2 hours, guys, 2.5 hours, something like that. Who has been out here the entire time that I came out on the lake today? Just let me know. I want to see what type of participation we've been getting. All right, I had a hit, but it didn't take it. Appreciate that, guys. We're at 49 likes. We just need one more for 50. Is there anybody in the chat that has not hit the like button? If you could hit that like button, I'd very much appreciate it. It'll hit us, it will get us to that 50 likes for the day mark. Clint Perry says, I just put easy steps on my boat trailer and really liked them. Oh, yeah, you definitely want to have something like that on your boat. Take that pressure off your knees and make things a lot simpler and a lot safer whenever you're out here on the boat. And the thing that I mentioned to you guys the other day is you do want to make sure that you keep a life vest on, especially when you're out fishing by yourself. I always want to be on the safety side of things. So those all right, I see my bait going down right here at 70 feet, and I see those fish coming out to it. Doesn't mean they're gonna bite it, but at least I know I got it where I need it to be. So we'll just let that hit the bottom. All right, really appreciate it, guys. We have hit 50 likes for the day. All right, so I guess that was the quota. I guess we hit the quota for the day. Came out here for a nice little outing from the morning to the afternoon. Caught a few fish, answered a few questions. I think you guys have been in there networking, talking to each other. So hopefully some of you guys have found a new friend. All right, Tom G says 50, baby. Oh yeah, we hit that 50 mark. Man, these fish out here, they just set up so lovely. But they just won't cooperate with me today. Let's try one more cast with this shaky head. Let you guys kind of see what's going on out here on the lake. All right, there you have it. I think that's going to close out for the day, guys. We have hit the 50 like quota. Really appreciate that. Caught a few fish, showed you guys a few different techniques that I use. And if you've been paying attention in the chat, hopefully you've learned a thing or two from the good guys and gals in the chat, like Ken and Clint Perry and Tom, and who else was in there dropping some knowledge. DL Peck Fishing. Shout out to the Money Team. We had Emmanuel Jones tuning in, and the Mass Bass Tid. He came in for a quick minute or two, so really appreciate it. All right, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed. I might be out here tomorrow. Tomorrow, I may do a few different techniques than what I did today. We'll see how that goes. But always hope I brought a little value to you guys and you guys enjoyed the live stream. All right, so I'm about to head out, but yeah, make sure you subscribe and I'll see you guys tomorrow.